Hey everyone, Charting Man Dan from ChartGuys.com. You know, behind every single video that we put out every single day, there's a wonderful community of traders that we want to invite you to be a part of. Try the free 7-day trial and gain access to our live market broadcasts every morning and afternoon, interact with hundreds of like-minded traders, or take part in one of our dedicated chat rooms, each led by an analyst that's there to answer your questions in real time. Our trial is risk-free with absolutely no commitment or credit card required to experience the TCG community. For those looking for a head start in technical analysis, check out our entries and exits course in the link below in the description. Get up to speed with the fundamentals of TCG technical analysis and experience over 5 hours of great community-driven trading education. Checking in on PCLN NVDA TSLA NFLX CMG daily, weekly time frame. PCLN, nice follow through in terms of higher lows and higher highs. We're seeing this volume steadily decline. And it's really odd that PCLN is all of a sudden acting like a tech name, because that's what the tech sector is doing. That's what the individual tech names are doing, and PCLN is doing it as well. We did have a more bullish break, and some other tech names like Facebook made a similar break by getting these higher highs and getting the middle Bollinger Band as support. So all in all, the bulls are pleased that it was low volume consolidation, and we held the middle Bollinger Band support on that consolidation without even touching it at this point. We did close near the low of the day, so momentum is favoring the bears into tomorrow, but as long as the bulls can hold that middle Bollinger Band, they will remain in control. Weekly time frame, we have our lower high, lower low pattern, but the bulls are making a move back up. If we cannot break 1909, it is just another lower high in this pattern, so we do need to be aware that that lower high could be forming at any point now, and really it would require at this point, the way that this weekly chart is set up, we would have to lose the weekly middle Bollinger Band in order to see a clear bear break. Because even though this is a lower high and lower low pattern, and it has been playing out for a couple months at this point, it is overall, compared to where we are coming from over the past year, this is still very healthy consolidation. So middle Bollinger Band still maintaining, keeping the bulls in control. NVDA getting tight. The upper Bollinger Band rejected the price back on Tuesday. And today we had a pretty tight range. Did get a higher high over yesterday, but no real follow through. Declining volume. So we're seeing declining volume across the market. And if we don't see a break of that volume pattern tomorrow, we will certainly look for it on Monday. And right now, the support I'm watching, the range is the low of yesterday, 155.70, and then the high of Tuesday was 161.74. Looking at NVDA on the weekly time frame, the bulls are still very much in control. We've got 7 green weeks in a row. Upper Bollinger Band, we're riding that to the upside. Did not confirm the bearish reversal inverted hammer, and slow and steady continuing strong. And it's not even slow, it's fast and steady. That is a big time move over the past 7 weeks. Look at the volume behind that. Big time volume, big time move. NVDA, second strongest bull that we follow. The strongest bull we follow is Mr. Tesla, hitting all-time highs, not breaking the higher low pattern. We came close here, 366.49, maintained higher lows, and now we're seeing the exponential support continue to hold, and now a new all-time high. I was cautious about Tesla because of these upper wicks on the weekly time frame. These upper wicks show profit taking, and we had not seen them on the way up, and when we had seen them, it led to consolidation. So that had me hesitant, and combined that with the closes at the low of the day back at the end of last week and to start this week, but we never broke that higher low pattern. So never really confident initiating a bearish position, fighting this lead bull. And I still keep getting questions asked about going short Tesla. And my answer is just, why are we trying to fight the strongest bull in a blue sky market? It's just not ideal. There's so many bearish names out there. GoPro, CHK, the names that I post these daily bear videos on. And trying to play the strongest bull bearish is just not a good idea, because you're swimming against the current. So the bulls are in full control. We're looking up at 385, 390, 395. It does look like the bulls have 400 in their sights here, and we'll watch to see if this higher low pattern can maintain as we head up towards that level. Netflix on the daily time frame, almost 6 tops now at the same level, and that is at the 155 level. 155.53, 68, 62, 58, and 38, and now 20. So it's just a straight across line. It's an ascending triangle pattern where we have our low, higher low, and just a tightening range here. Inside bar today. This is going to be a nice trade tomorrow. If we get a break of 153.70, we can look to the downside. And if we get a break of 155.20, we can look to a bull break and a close over the 50-day moving average resistance. We have rejected from this 50-day now every time we've tested it. And the bulls need to get over these 155s to be looking up at the middle Bollinger Band resistance. There's not a lot of resistance after these 155s because of the dump to the downside, and a lot of the individual bulls in the tech sector have already made their way into some of this lack of resistance zone, let's call it. Google is one that has not. Netflix has not either. and watching to see if we get a clear indication heading into tomorrow, but Netflix will be on top watch. Weekly time frame inside bar, exponential moving averages close to a bearish cross, but not just yet. Middle Bollinger Band support is holding at 149.68, and watching to see if the bulls can continue to hold that middle Bollinger Band. They will remain in control. CMG oversold bounce is underway. The hourly RSI got really oversold. We got the 20-period hourly moving average as support today. We have an inside bar on the daily time frame. And the bulls have to break 425.16 tomorrow to be a bullish break of the inside bar and to try and confirm this bullish reversal candlestick. If we get that, we're going to be watching these exponential resistances as the next levels. So we are due for a short-term oversold bounce. I would not be surprised to see the bulls make it into the low 430s, the mid 430s on this oversold bounce attempt. But step number one, we have to break 425.16. If we don't break that, we're not going anywhere for the bulls. So bears in control overall, which means on this oversold bounce, we can scout a bearish entry once we see the bulls run out of steam to the upside. So all about this inside bar heading into tomorrow, and that will give us direction heading into next week. If we see a bull break, we will hold the 50-week moving average, 421.63, as we head into next week. And don't lose sight, coming from November, we are seeing higher lows still intact. Even though we have this big significant pullback, it's coming after the big bull breakout. It's still a higher low pattern. So I appreciate you watching. We'll check back in over the weekend. Keep an eye on those volume patterns. Have a great night.